Hello and good day to you all. If you're new to the Doodad channel, thank you for checking us out. If you like what you see, please give us a like and subscribe and check out some of our other videos. If you've been following along, thank you very much and please give us a like. We really appreciate it and we'd love for you to leave us a comment. I look at them all the time and try to get back to everybody that comments. We really like to interact with everybody. In this video, what we're doing is I'm going to show you the floor installation, clear from prepping the subfloor, from tearing it off, prepping the subfloor, putting some OSB down, gluing that down so we have a good structure, then going all the way to a completely finished floor. Hope you enjoy the video and give us a like if you do. Thanks for watching. Okay, we've got all the subfloor just fit in here and we've marked all the floor joists, and now we'll take all this back up, glue it with construction adhesive and screw it all down to make this floor nice and solid again. That's the next thing we're doing in here. Hello and good day to you all. Here we are on this bathroom project in this 1920s Craftsman Bungalow Remodel. We've gotten a lot of stuff done. So we've got the sheetrock all done, the paint is all done. In this video here we're going to be doing some floor, we've got some floor tile that we'll be prepping the floor down on that, priming it and getting that ready for floor tile. Okay, the next thing we're doing is we're going to prep this floor, get it ready for tile. We're going to go over it with a mud knife here and make sure there's nothing kind of sticking up. I've got my screw gun. I can see, and I knew from scraping it earlier that there's a couple of spots. I'm going to have to get a different bit, but there's a couple of spots where the screws stick up a little bit. We want those down flush, so make sure that they're down and out of the way so that that knife, runs over them as easy as possible. Maybe that one there sticks up just a little bit. Another thing you can do, we've made this floor messy. I didn't do a good job of covering it up, so just go along with that knife and get anything big that sticks up a little over all them screw holes. Make sure there's not something sticking up that's going to poke that tile up, because these are just sticky back tile, and the flatter you can get it, the better you can prep this surface, the better you are. Now this toilet seal is not glued in yet, so that I can clean around here and I shouldn't be knocking that in there, but clean around there and tile, put my tiles right as close as I can so that when I put this toilet flange down, it's right even with the floor, and that'll look good and be a good installation that way. Next thing we do is mop that subfloor down because there's so much dust and stuff on it. I use just hot water with one of these spin mops. I like using the spin mop for this because you can spin it out and get it really dry. Like I said, just use hot water. I don't use any chemicals or anything like that because that could affect the primer or the way the tiles stick. So you're just cleaning up the dust here a little bit, and it will make the floor a little bit moist. You'll be able to tell when you're kind of done because it stops changing the color of the floor. So you don't want to get this floor super wet because it will cause problems with the with this particle board. But this doesn't hurt a thing. Just so you know, this is my wife's mop, and yes, I will probably get in trouble for using her mop for this. These are our tiles that we're using for that bathroom. They're floor pop tiles. We're going to put them in this room, kind of spread them out a little bit, let them acclimate. They probably are fine. They've been in that room in there for several days. I'm just going to bring them in here. This is where I'm going to work out of it anyway. So these are the tiles that we're using. They're called floor pops. They're a easy, no special tools needed tile. Seem to be pretty easy. I've never put them in before. Today will be the first time. We'll see how that goes. The primer that we're going to use, Floor Pops primer, we'll put this on this floor and prep for the tiles to give it as good a chance as it can of adhering good and try to get this floor to be nice for years to come. Okay, before I prime this floor, I'm going to open a set of these tiles and just confirm a good layout for them. So before we do anything else, you're kind of supposed to start in the middle of the room. I'm going to figure out what is best for me to start, and we'll work both directions from there. So I'm just going to start with a line that's already there, the line on the floor. We'll lay them out, see how it ends up. And so as you can see, there's a little bit over if it ends at the wall. We have a baseboard that's going on there and wainscoting that's going on here. So we don't have to be super close to the floor. A lot of times you have to really pay attention to that because your trim has to cover the edge of the floor or it just looks terrible. So that's kind of why I'm laying this out and figuring out what and how I want these to lay out. So I have plenty here to trim to the doorway. I'm kind of starting, I end over there. I just as soon not really start exactly right on a seam here. I'd like it to overlap at least by a little bit, and actually I don't like the way that overlaps either. So I'd rather it overlap by more than that. Not over there, I don't care, but here I would like it to be kind of half the tile over that. It will help that edge to not pop up. So we'll see what we end up with here. What we may end up doing is being able to start there. I'm pretty happy with that. It's not quite, it's about 1/4 of the tile. I'm okay with that. And it looks like it works out over there just fine. So what I'll do now then is figure out where this line is. I'll make some measurements and I'll put a laser line on the floor, and that will be my start point for this tile. Kind of do the same thing the other way. We'll find the center of the room this direction. So 113.5, 56.5. Oh, I didn't do that right. Oh, 56.75. Is that right? To the center. The first tiles will go right here. We'll have a long piece stuck and a short piece for cutting off. So we'll have, especially when you're dealing with this sticky tile, you got to have as much surface as you can possibly get so that that tile has a good spot to stick on. If you get those pieces narrow, especially in the entrances and exits to the room, they get walked on, they'll get a little bit of debris underneath it, and next thing you know, those tiles are popped out of there. So you just want to try to keep that in mind as you're laying out your floor. Okay, one more thing I like to do before I get started laying tile is I like to come in before I've primered the floor or whatever, anytime I can, and just take all the tiles out of the boxes, because you don't want to have to be messing with the boxes when you're trying to put the tile in and doing what you're doing there. So it's a good idea to just take all the tile out of the boxes before you get started. Okay, we got the floor is nice and dry. Everything is kind of prepped. So I'm gonna take the primer, get it opened up here. It's probably stuck on my shoes. You being a good boy out here today? It's warm in the sun. What a good boy. What a good boy. Okay, here we go. Getting ready to lay some of this flooring. I'm just going to use this straight edge on here to help me get the piece started straight. That. So that's the piece you want. And cutting this piece. So you do this. here we are on this St. Patrick's Day night, late at night, and we just put the floor in.
It looks pretty good too.
Definitely looks pretty good from that camera's point of view, if you keep it a long ways away from it.
It looks good.
It turned out really good. We're pretty happy with it. And what do I do tomorrow then? Oh, I'm gonna work on the vanity project some and probably install the toilet.
Yes.
So then we have a downstairs toilet again. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks for watching us struggle with this 1920s Craftsman Bungalow remodel.